What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here in Cgfix. We're going to be working on this 2016 Cruze. We're doing the rear caliper on the back here. I did do a video, I believe, on all the 4 brakes and rotors on this car, but this caliper was bad, so they just got the caliper, and we're going to show you every single step of the way, all the tools we use. And if you find the video useful in any way, make sure you guys give it a like, share, comment. If you want to donate your boy some money, they have a little thank you right next to the remix button. You know, donate. You know what I mean? Help your boy out. He also has a build series channel going, playlist going on. We're doing part 4 in a couple days. So with that being said, the fist game build, we're gonna get all the tools, get down there and show you everything you need. So these are all the tools we basically used. We have extras of, you know, sockets and stuff like that. Most of these bolts, there were 15 for the bracket holding it in, 10 is for the bleeder, 13s are the caliper bolt itself. If you're just replacing the caliper and not having to remove the bracket, I got another 15 with a socket here, and I use this as a breaker bar, and 11 for this bolt right here. So that's an 11. So for this plastic here, I already got it loose. It is a 21. You're gonna first remove this plastic. So it's just like a plastic, literally. It's only a plastic, and it just comes right off just like that. 19. We're going to use the wrench here, and then to break it loose, we're going to use the pull of the jack. And you can also use a breaker bar, but you know, I like the bar better, so that's what we're using. And remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Once you got the wheel down there, took off the wheel, make sure you always put it under the car. It's extra safety. The jack, and also get a jack stand, but right now I'm in a rush, so make sure you put a jack stand under the car somewhere, not like here, because if you put it here, this whole thing is just gonna go up, and then the car is just gonna fall right, like this is gonna fall to the ground. So make sure you put it like in the middle somewhere. But with that being said, here's the caliper. We got two bolts there, the e-brake line that's holding it right here, so it should be pretty easy. So you got 2 bolts, the line for the fluid, and then the e-brake line right here. So it's easy as 1, 2, 3. I'll show you in like 5 minutes how to take these out. So basically this comes with the bracket. I thought it didn't, so I took these 2. Only if you're replacing the caliper, you take these 2 out, and then, you know, the bleeder, I just cracked it loose. And then the bracket bolts, which are these right here, this is why I love having the part in front of me. I believe those are 17 if I'm not mistaken. Let me go ahead and try to put a tool in there. 17, let's see. Nope, it's smaller than that. So is it a 16? No, it's a 15. So these bolts are 15. If you just remove those 2 bolts, the whole thing comes in 1 unit. And then this right here, all I did was take the, you know, some pliers, some type of pliers, and then grab by the little ball here, and then push it back down, and then you see it just pushes in, and you're ready to rock and roll. So basically, I'm gonna remove the bracket bolts now, and then just take out the whole caliper with the bracket. So we got it out of the way, and like I said, I cracked this loose, and you want to tighten it a little bit so it doesn't leak too much. And then you take the new caliper with the bracket, the whole assembly, and you go ahead and install it just like that. You go ahead and put this one on, put the brake pads in, and you're ready to rock and roll. Now just tightening things up. This goes through the loom here, this little loop. So you're just gonna bend it a little bit there, go ahead and clip it on. So this has a little clip on there, so you clip it on there, and then you take you might not even need the pliers, but oh yeah, there you go, just like that, and that's it. Voila, installed. Before you put your pads, you want to go ahead and just dab a little bit, you know, of this right here. And if you get some on the rotor, just make sure you clean it off. You don't want none of this on the rotor. And then you also want some on the pad itself, and I also put some right here on the inside of the caliper, where it meets, you know, so where it clamps in. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and install that, and then I'll be back when everything's basically installed, and then explain the procedure how to bleed the brakes. So I'm gonna have the customer pump the brakes just to get, you know, this thing in place before we go ahead and proceed to start doing the bleeding. Keep pumping it. You hear all that line? I mean that air in the line. All right, slowly going away, but there's still air in the line, so that's why we have to bleed the brakes. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have them pump it for 20 times. So I'm gonna have them leave the foot down. I'll show you over there actually, and then we're gonna release the lever. Fluid's gonna come out. It's gonna spit out air, bubbles, all types of stuff. You want to bleed this until the fluid comes out like a stream of water. All right. So she's gonna keep pumping, and I'll show you on the other side what she's doing. All right, so I'm having her pump it for 20 times, and then when it comes to the 20th time, what she's gonna do now is just leave her foot down, and leave your foot down. And now that she has her foot down, I'm gonna go to the back here, and then you're gonna see I'm gonna relieve the bleeder, and you see all that, how I spit it out. See how it's spitting out? So you go ahead and then close it again. Go ahead and pump it 20 times. She's gonna pump it 20 more times, and we're gonna keep doing that procedure until you see no bubbles, no air, no nothing, and you're gonna see the stream just coming out like water. We're gonna go ahead and relieve it again, and you see how that's coming out a lot better. So you want to do at least 1 or 2 more times. And while they're doing that, go ahead and pump again. And while they're pumping, you also want to make sure that your fluid level, you know, if it starts going low, to fill some, because the last thing you want to do is bleed, and then you have no fluid and you get air in the system. You know, you don't want to go through that. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. All right, see, like that, that's coming out beautiful. We're gonna do it one more time, and that should be done for this side. And you want to do this on all sides. Sometimes I believe there's some brakes that have, you go ahead and pump it, there's some brakes that have just like the lines connected to the back, and you only have to do the back. People say do all 4. Listen, I do all 4. Okay, procedure for all of them, because it's just how I always done it. It's how I got taught when I was a kid, and it never failed me. So we're gonna go ahead and do it one more time, and it should be good to go on this side. Oh, we might do one more time because there was a little air bubble there. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and fill the reservoir over there, or the I think it's the reservoir, that's what it's called. I'm gonna fill it, but it still has enough in there, you know. But just keep an eye on that, you know, that you're not running low, you know. This side is all done, and I'm basically gonna go under the car, find the bleeder on this side, and do the same procedure for that one and all of them in the rest. This side is going pretty well. I can barely hear the air. It's getting less and less every time I do it. I want to do it one more time here. Let me see if I can do it both hands real quick for you, because I don't want to take the wheel off if I don't have to. So and plus I'm only working what I got. So man, see, that's what I'm talking about, trying to record and do this at the same time. All right, that's coming out beautiful. Go ahead and pump it 20 times. All right, this is coming out good. There you go, that's how you replace the caliper on this Chevy Cruze 2016. I hope you learned anything. If you did, make sure you give it a like, thumbs up, and also you can donate your voice right next to the little remix thing. You can give a thank you. Other than that, I also show you how to bleed the lines. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love, your boy Cgfix.